and today I'm going to be sharing some fall beauty tips that can help you transition your skincare and makeup routine to fall and winter months. And I'm going to be sharing just a couple products that you can definitely implement into your routine if you want, but you don't have to. I'm just kind of giving you some examples. And also, I just got done filming my fall makeup tutorial, which is this look right here. So if you want to know how to get this look, then stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed, and I will be putting that one out right after this video. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Well, let's get started. Okay, so the first tip I have is so easy. I know a lot of people recommend that you switch your moisturizer out when the winter months come, but actually an even easier thing to do, and one that I think is actually more beneficial, like you'll get more out of it if you do it this way, in my opinion, is to add a face oil to your moisturizer. So you would basically buy a face oil. You can be really simple about it too. You could just get like argan oil or grapeseed oil or jojoba, whatever face oils that you like, or if you have one on hand already, then all you would need to do is take your regular daily moisturizer and add 1 pump of face oil to it, and that will make it just a little bit more hydrating and nourishing to your skin, instead of having to buy like a whole new moisturizer or having to just completely replace your skincare routine. I also think that it's great to have a face oil or a balm on hand, just because, I mean, you can use them for so many things, and we're gonna get into that. Speaking of balms, the second thing that you can do is add balm to your lipstick, and you can either mix this on a palette if you really want to blend the two together and make like a hydrating lipstick. But if you don't want to do that, then I recommend applying a balm to your lips before you apply your lipstick, because I know like chapped lips are a thing. I get them every year whenever it's like super windy or super cold, and so a way to avoid that, or to at least mask the problem a little bit if you can't get rid of your chapped lips, is to actually put a balm on your lips and maybe let it sit a couple of minutes. You could even exfoliate your lips beforehand if you're having like a bunch of dry skin buildup, and then put the balm on, let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then apply your lipstick, and your lipstick will look so much better. The dry skin issue will be less of an issue, and you'll be nourishing your lips from the outdoor weather while still looking pretty. So again, with the face oil and how you can use it multiple times, and why it's a better investment in my opinion, is because you can mix your face oil with your concealer and your foundation. So instead of buying, again, a whole hydrating foundation, instead of having to completely replace your spring foundation with like a wintry hydrating one, and having to buy this whole other thing, you can simply take your foundation that you have and mix it with a little bit of face oil. And you can even do this with let's say you have a powder foundation, you can actually mix face oil into your powder foundation. It's a little bit more, not complicated, but it's a little more tedious in the sense that you have to mix it on like a plate or something, or if you have like a makeup palette, like one of those, like artist looking palettes. I just use like a plate, so I'm just really lame, or like the back of a face mask lid, because I'm ghetto like that. But yeah, you just take 1 drop of face oil and then add a little bit of the powder in, and you just mix it together with a makeup brush, and there you go. You have your own hydrating liquid foundation, and you didn't even really have to spend very much money to do it. And the other option too is to do it with your foundation, which I showed myself doing this a couple years ago with my very first makeup tutorial with the MAHALO Vitality Elixir. I mixed 1 pump of that into the Hint Beauty Concealer, because the Hint Beauty Concealer, as great as it is, it's very thick, and it was like too thick for my skin. Like, I don't know, I just didn't look right with it. Maybe my skin was too dry or something, because it is so thick coverage. And so adding that 1 pump actually made it like super hydrating. It still gave me really good coverage. It just blended a lot better in my opinion. So yeah, that's like just one of the examples that you could use to really make your makeup hydrating without having to buy more products. Another option is to use a face primer. If you find that you have really, really dry skin and nothing is helping it, a face primer, especially like a hydrating face primer, will not only help to hydrate your skin and moisturize it so that it is at like a better base for when you actually apply the makeup, but it's actually going to help mask some of the problems, especially if it has like a silicone oil or a silicone like imitation type oil like broccoli seed oil, kind of imitates how silicone has that feel to it without the issues. Because like for me, I can't use anything with silicone in the base, so I can't use silicone primers and I can't use silicone foundation. I will break out like a horrible, it will be a mess. So I don't use them, but if you can use them and you're cool using them, then definitely do you. But if you can't, then look for something with broccoli seed oil in it, and that kind of has the same kind of effect and will hydrate your skin or give the appearance of being more hydrated if you're dealing with patchiness and stuff like that. One product I do think you should buy is definitely a hydrating face mist. Not only are these like relieving and soothing if you deal with redness or just like itchy, dry skin, like that's just where my skin goes when it's super windy and like harsh weather. A soothing mist just feels so good if your skin feels dry and tight, and it's a great thing to carry around in your purse, especially if you're running the heater a lot or you find that like you're, you know, like running the heat or you're running a fire or something, and or even if someone's really running the air, I would say it just dries your skin out. It's kind of hell on your skin. It's not so noticeable in the summer because you're dealing with that humidity and you're kind of sweating more, so it's not as big of a deal. But definitely in the winter, the air is dry outside, the air is dry inside, and so when you're kind of going from these like ranging of extreme temperatures, your skin sort of takes a beating and it's really hard to hold on to that moisture. So if you are doing that, a hydrating mist is great. Also a humidifier, this is not one of my tips, but I just thought about it. A humidifier in your bedroom is great because especially when you're doing like a nighttime treatment or, you know, like a balm or a sleeping mask or something, that is great to help hold that moisture onto your skin and sort of add some humidity back to the air if it's really dry and you're running the heater all the time. Speaking of sleeping masks and hydrating face masks, another thing if your skin just becomes so dry in the winter is using a hydrating face mask or a hydrating sleeping mask. Those are just great options if, for instance, you feel like your entire face or neck or like décolleté, like everything is just dry. It's a great way to add that hydration back in while you're sleeping and while your skin is repairing itself, and to help with cell regeneration and protecting your skin from the elements overall. So that way, whatever like damage or pollutants or free radicals your skin is battling with during the day, you can help re-add in back that nutrition into your skin cells and help kind of support your skin health throughout the winter months. The next tip I have for you is to use face balms. I just am obsessed with face balms when winter hits. Like it helps me so much with patchiness. So if you deal with like patches around your nose or eyes or your under eyes, like I even start peeling under my eyes, it's insane, or around your mouth, and it just doesn't look good and it just feels, you know, horrible, then a great thing to do is to invest in a face balm. This can be something as simple as like, I don't know, like coconut oil if your skin can tolerate it, or even like mango butter is a good one, or any of the number of exotic oils you can buy raw. I personally just buy a balm that I like. I'll show you later on in the video which one I'm using that I swear by. But yeah, pick a balm that you like and, you know, just be sure that you're applying it in all your dry patches right before you go to bed, and maybe even in the morning if you have a little bit of time to let it set before you apply your makeup, and that will help so much to alleviate the dryness. Another note I wanted to make is that you have to wear sun protection in the fall and winter months. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's cloudy out, or I'm inside, or I'm not really, you know, exposed to the sunlight as much. But the truth is that your skin is still being exposed to UV rays, and even on a cloudy day, it's exposed to UV rays. Even if you're indoors, even if it's reflecting off the light through your home, you're still exposed to UV rays. And the thing about UV damage is that it comes through the window, or, you know, I mean, or through the clouds really, and those UV rays are the UV rays that actually can cause skin cancer, and they can actually cause free radical damage and it shows up as like premature aging basically, and it can really wreak havoc on your skin because you don't realize that you're standing in the sunlight for so long. Like you might go on a walk on a cloudy day, or maybe you're just sitting near a window. And the thing is that sun damage shows up over time, so it takes about a decade for all that sun damage to start building up on your skin. And if you don't address it or protect your skin from the elements, then it just keeps building and building and building. Now, naturally, we're all going to have a little bit of sun damage. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, unless you're like religiously applying sunscreen and like, I don't know, hiding under a veil for your entire life, which if you are, then you go girl, do your thing. But I'm not. I'm sure that I have a little bit of sun damage, but in order to kind of minimize the impact that the sun has on your skin and to minimize the amount of like repair that you're gonna have to do as you get older, it's a great idea to keep putting on sunscreen every single day. I know it's kind of tedious, and I have a sunscreen that I'm gonna recommend that will kind of make it a little easier for you that I'll share later. Just to protect your skin from the UV damaging rays that can, again, not only cause skin cancer, but also cause skin aging. Another thing I wanted to recommend is hair balm or leave-in conditioner spray. For me, I have more like fine, coarse, medium hair, but my hair just gets weighed down really easily, even though I have a lot of it. So I like to use leave-in conditioner spray. I'll share which one I use later on at the end of this video. But yeah, if you have like a more thick hair type, you might be able to tolerate balms, or just use balms on the ends of your hair if they get really dry and you deal with a lot of breakage, especially if you live in a climate where it gets really cold and you get an actual real winter where it's snowing or you're getting a lot of ice or like wind chill. Then that's really important because your hair can take a beating. I know it's really kind of easy to forget that our hair is, you know, it needs the same kind of care as our skin, but really it's really paramount that you kind of use something to protect your hair from the elements. And whether that, you know, I mean, if you don't like to use products like out of the shower, like if you're not a fan of putting stuff on your hair, then a great idea aside from hair balm is to use a deep conditioning mask while you're in the shower, or just as a weekly treatment, or to switch out your hair shampoo and conditioner to a more reparative line just to give your hair that extra nourishment. And you don't have to change out everything. Like if, for instance, your hair gets really easily weighed down that like mine does, then a great idea is to use a more hydrating shampoo or just to use a more hydrating conditioner. You don't have to change out both, or again, just to use a weekly treatment. And also with the balm, if you, like, let's say you have breakage, like I have really bad breakage at the end of my hair, then one way to help combat that is to put the balm at the ends of your hair and then blow dry it on cool, and that will kind of dry up the excess so it's not as heavy, if that makes sense. And it also helps seal in the cuticle, seal in the product to the hair cuticle as well. So it's a great option if you have issues with dryness or breakage in winter. The last tip I have for you is to use cuticle oil. I know it's really easy to forget about our hands and our fingers and everything, but like using a hand balm, I mean, you could do that and just put it on your cuticles, or you could use a dedicated cuticle oil. I have one at my desk and I just kind of use it periodically whenever I feel like my fingers are looking a little ragged. And I just put it around my cuticle and on the nail, and I like let my nails breathe every once in a while and don't put anything on them. And that helps with nail breakage and like your nails just breaking off or feeling really rigid and dry or getting those weird ridges on them. It helps kind of support the nail health. And I think it's really important if you're somebody that paints your nails all the time and you're kind of like, you know, abusing your nails a little bit, then it's a great way to, you know, once a month or once every 2 weeks or something, take a break and just give your nails a chance to breathe and heal. Okay, so really quickly, those are all my tips. I just wanted to show you a couple products that you can implement into your skincare routine this fall and winter that will help keep your skin nourished and your hair nourished and everything feeling hydrated and soothed and, you know, filled with potent skin vitamins that your skin is going to love, especially when it's so exposed to harsh weather. So the first thing I have is this hydrating face mask. You may have seen this in the OSEA review that I did. I really love this one, the C Vitamin Boost. This one has such a potent blend of antioxidants. It has pomegranate and resveratrol in it. So it's really great for softening and repairing skin damage, especially if your skin is aging, or you're my age where you're almost 30, or, you know, mid 30s or whatever. Even in your mid 20s would be a good thing to implement, or really just anyone, honestly, because it's so potent in vitamins that it's actually gonna add that back to your skin if you're feeling depleted or your skin is feeling dry. Okay, so I have 3 products from MAHALO because I just love MAHALO. I'm using them all the time and I just reach for them the most. I don't know, I just keep reaching for them, and every winter I end up with more MAHALO skincare products, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is why I keep using them, you know, because obviously my skin likes it and it just feels happier. I don't know. The first one is the Petal Hydrating Mask. This has a beta hydroxy acid treatment to gently exfoliate your skin, but it feels so hydrating. It has honey in it, raw manuka and raw Hawaiian honey in it, and has hyaluronic acid in it and like every infusion of rose that you could imagine, and it's so skin soothing, softening, hydrating, and it gives you that little bit of exfoliation. So if you do have dry patches, it's going to help slough them off your skin. It's so good, it's so gentle, it doesn't feel draining, it's not detoxing really. It does unclog your pores, but it's not like a clay mask where it's drawing it out. So it's a really, really good one to have on hand. I definitely think I'll be reaching for this so much this winter, just as I did last year. So. And another one that I have is the Rare Indigo Balm from MAHALO. This is my go-to face balm. I use it basically for everything, like face, hands, I don't know, anywhere I have dry patches. Sometimes I use it for my cuticles. Sometimes I'm using it for like dry patches on my body. It's so incredibly soothing with the Rare Indigo, and it has so many soothing plant butters in it and oils in it and extracts in it that help to calm the skin. It really just addresses redness so well that I just end up using it over and over. I just want to show you really quick. It's so beautiful. It smells so good. Like, I use it all the time, and you really only need a dime size amount for your entire face and neck, so it goes a long way. It will probably last you all fall and winter if you buy one jar, like legitimately, and you're not like using it excessively. So yeah, and I use this one pretty much almost every night. So yeah, I freaking love this stuff. The last one I wanted to mention in terms of like balms is a cleansing balm from MAHALO called the Unveil. This is a great way if you feel like your skin after every day feels super, super tight and parched. It will help remove all your makeup without draining your skin of all its natural oils. It kind of puts that nutrition back into your skin while buffing off all the dirt, oil, and makeup off your skin, and it becomes milky when you mix water into it. So basically what you do is you apply a little bit onto dry skin, you massage your skin and basically try and loosen up all the dirt, oil, and makeup, and then you add in water, massage more, and all of that's gonna come off, and there's no residue. It doesn't feel super heavy. God, it smells amazing. The MAHALO products are just like, they're second to none with scent. They're so good. But yeah, again, it doesn't leave a residue. It just leaves your skin feeling super soft and balanced and just like healthy. And so if you are the person that likes to switch out your cleanser and you want a cleanser that's more hydrating and nourishing, but it's not hard to get off like some cleansing oils are. I mean, they really are. Like, you have to buff it off with a washcloth, which if you have one already, then use that and use a washcloth. But if you don't, definitely invest in this because it's so good. I mean, it really, really helps your skin to feel just soft, hydrated, smooth. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it takes everything off too. So definitely worth the investment. Okay, so the last three products, one more MAHALO product. If you're looking to invest in a facial oil that you want to mix with your foundation or your moisturizer and you want something that's going to be super nourishing, this is great, and it's great for repairing skin damage or fine lines or discoloration. It has so many skin vitamins and plant oils in it. It is so, so good. And it has like an herbal scent. So I don't know if you're like a really weird scent person and like you like only florals or only really soothing lavenders or something, this might not be for you because it does have like a very plant scent to it. I personally like it, but yeah, this is great for correcting any issues that you have while also protecting your skin throughout the day before you apply SPF. Speaking of SPF, this is the sunscreen I had mentioned before, and this is the Blissoma Phototonic Light Shifting Solution, and this is their new SPF. It's SPF 25, and it protects your skin from UVA, UVBs. It has zinc in it, it has gotu kola in it, it has violet leaf, and I forget what the last one is, but yeah, definitely. If you want something that doesn't leave a white cast on your skin, that kind of, the light shifting basically blends with your skin tone to match your skin, it's amazing. And you want something that's light and doesn't feel super oily or greasy, or you want something that you can blend with a face oil, this is a great one. I absolutely love it. It's a new find for me. They sent it to me to test out to review, just as a disclaimer, but yeah, I freaking love this. I'm so surprised that it doesn't leave a white cast on my skin at all. It totally matches to my skin tone, and it really just kind of blends into my skin really easily. It's not one of those that's so thick that you have to keep like kind of working it into the skin for a million years. It's so easy to apply. So yeah, if you're in the market for an SPF for winter, this is a great choice. The last product I wanted to share is this Smart Start Evolve Leave-In Conditioner Spray. It's also a detangler. I have like the most unruly hair ever. I feel like even if I'm brushing it, it's just gonna be like crazy unless I straighten it or something. But yeah, this is great. Gluten-free, paraben-free, vegan. It actually really does help manageability if you have really tangled hair like me, or if you have curly hair, it's a great investment. Also, they have a lot of plant oils like bergamot and cumin oil that really help to hydrate and protect you against free radical damage in the environment. So if you're somebody that deals with a lot of breakage on your ends, this is a great one to invest in. Or if you want something that doesn't weigh your hair down like a deep conditioner or a leave-in conditioner balm would, then this is a great one to invest in. It just really makes such a big difference for me, and I pretty much use it like all the time, especially during fall and winter when it's colder, the air is dry and kind of more unforgiving. So that is it for my fall beauty tips to help you transition your skincare and makeup routine this fall and winter. I hope you guys found these helpful, and I have linked a blog post below that shares even more detail on these tips because it was a blog post first and I thought it would be great to make into a video. I've also linked all the products I shared here in the video with you in the description below. So if there's anything you saw that you wanted to try, definitely check those out. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see that fall makeup tutorial that's coming very soon, and I'll also be doing more Halloween themed videos very shortly, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.